Hello. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Jamie. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I want to talk about the power of your focus, of your attention. Your focus, your energy is your most valuable currency. Why? Because we live in a holographic, energetic universe. We do not live in a physical universe. All of the things that you see that you think are solid aren't even solid. In fact, they're mostly air. They're mostly particles separated by a lot of space. Way more space than it seems. So when we realize that our focus, our energy is our most valuable currency, and that our individual realities and the reality at large is created through our focus, then we can start to understand why companies will spend millions and billions of dollars to capture your attention, your focus, even for just a minute, even for a few seconds. Do you ever wonder why that's so expensive? It's because they know how powerful that is. When someone can nab our focus and our attention, essentially we're creating from that. So anywhere that our attention goes, anywhere where our focus goes, energy flows and has the power to create anything. So doesn't it make you think twice about what you're tuning into? You know, people walking around with so much hatred and anger right now, I could guess they're focusing on what media is telling them to focus on. They're focusing on the negative being shown to them through the box in their living room. Nothing in this reality has to be the way that it is. You are not forced to focus your attention any one place. It's just that a box was put in your living room when you were a little kid, sending programming right into your brain, right into your subconscious. And you were placed on a bus to a box with more programming from your teachers. None of that actually has to exist. None of that actually has to be something that we choose to do. We have choices in this reality, and everyone is living their own individual realities. That's why I can be in my own individual reality, experiencing joy, experiencing peace, true inner peace, because of what I choose to focus on and because of what I choose to do within that reality. I'm very selective with what I choose to do and who I hang out with, because I understand the power of energy. Energy can be contagious. The people that you hang around with, their mental state, if you're not very aware and easily able to recognize when someone's energy is pulling you down to where you can just keep yourself at an observer state. Keep yourself just even keel, neutral state, no matter what's going on around you. It's very easy for other people's energy to have an impact on you. Once you get to an awareness where you're just an observer and you can hold your energetic frequency no matter what, then it doesn't really matter what's happening around you. Although people around us are always showing us things going on within us. People are always mirrors for us. I made a video about this. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it already. People are always mirrors, right? So we can use everything to polish us as an individual. Like a rock in a rock tumbler. We can use everything to our advantage. Everything is to our advantage. Because everything is showing us where we're focusing. It's showing us what repeating patterns we have going on in our lives. Through the people around us. Through the situations around us. Nothing is finite though. Nothing has to be the same. Nothing has to stay the same. We can change literally anything in our reality by shifting our internal world and how we look and perceive at everything around us. Your focus is your most valuable currency. And when you realize this, when you truly internalize that, you stop freely giving it away all over the place. People say they want to be fearless. Yet they focus all their time on horror movies and shooting video games, right? And riding roller coasters. That's creating fear within you. Be mindful of what kind of energy you're creating within you. If you're doing those things and you have no anxiety and no fear and you're living a fearless life and you're taking leaps in faith and you're, living your dreams, following your joy, awesome. But I think most people who do that don't understand how energy works and then wonder why they're so anxious in their lives, wonder why they live with so much fear, wonder why they don't feel like they can take the leaps in faith, be courageous, because they're filling their minds with fear all the time. If you're filling your mind with fear and division, you're going to get more of it. If you're protesting against something, you are actually creating that thing that you're saying that you're against. The better thing would be to be for things, be for unity, be for peace. When you're against something, you're creating it. When you're glued to your television set and all that the big media companies want you to see, believe, think is true, your entire reality is going to be revolving around those themes. So be mindful. Be mindful of where you focus. Be mindful of where you put your attention. That is where you're putting your energy. And that energy is creating your own individual reality. We all live in our own realities. No one is sharing a reality with you. Even siblings that grew up in the same house with you, with the same parents, with the same seeming things going on in that house, will come out of it with very different perceptions of the world, different perceptions of themselves than you. Because the experience is completely different. Our brains filter out things to the point that we're all perceiving completely different things, even if we're walking down the same stretch of road. We're all perceiving different things. Our minds take out what is considered to be not needed based on our own individual selves. So anyway, I say this with so much love that you can create your reality. You are creating your reality. Even if you haven't been consciously aware of it, you are creating your reality every day with the choices that you make and where you're focusing your energy, where you're focusing your time, where you're focusing your attention. So choose wisely if you're not enjoying your life. Choose wisely if you're not feeling good, if you're having anxiety or depression or sadness or all these different emotions of hate or anger, disconnection. Pay attention to what your thoughts are feeding you. Pay attention to what you're consuming. You can shift your reality. It's all up to you. Nobody else can come and save you. You have to save yourself in this reality. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day.